Imagine being at a party and feeling about as at ease as a cat in the hot tub. In the meantime, there's always that one person who commands attention, cracks jokes, and makes everyone feel like a member of the gang. Let's call him Kyle. But truly, what's the matter with him? Does he possess some sort of hidden book of icebreakers? Truth be said, social skills are something that can be cultivated and learned, so you won't need to steal Kyle's top secret book to steal the show. You too can be the one making everyone laugh and attracting people like a magnet by mastering essential techniques for effective communication and connection. Let's get into this. Number 1 is smile. So when you're in a conversation with someone, how much better do you feel and get along with that person when they're actually smiling? So many people are serious in a conversation, they aren't smiling or they're negative, and how does that make you feel yourself? Pretty bad. Smiling is contagious. That positivity makes you feel so good inside, and it boosts the mood of the conversation. Maybe someone's feeling sad, so if you're smiling, this will help brighten their mood and can maybe change everything that's happening in their life. The stimulation of the smile muscles actually release endorphins that make people feel so much better. Then those people associate that feeling with you, which makes them want to spend more time with you in return. It is so cool. Like, put it this way, would you rather be with someone who's negative all the time, or unhappy, sad, or would you rather be with someone who's full of energy, smiling all the time, excited, ecstatic, and super fun in a conversation, versus someone who's super boring and moody? Definitely the person who's way more fun and outgoing and smiling all the time. Pretend I go up to someone like this. Hey man, I'm Kevin. How's it going? Nice to meet you. Versus, hey man, I'm Kevin. It's so nice to meet you. What is your name? How much better does that sound already? And I'm not even smiling that much or trying that hard. It's the little things that make a big difference. And once you get used to doing this, it'll come naturally to you and you won't have to always force it or fake it or pretend to smile even when you're sad. It'll start to come naturally. Number 2 is remember people's names. I'm so guilty of this. Every time I get introduced to a new person or meet someone new, I always forget their names. Are you guys just like me? Because I'm so bad with this. And then you see them the next day and it's like, hey, you shake their hand. Hey, you, how's it going? I don't remember your name, so I won't even bother saying your name anymore. And then the worst part is they remember your name. Then how does that make you feel inside? You're like, wow, this guy's way more attentive than I am. I can't even remember his name and he remembered it right off the bat. It makes me feel horrible inside. So you need to pay attention to these things. And a lot of people don't even think about this. It shows attentiveness. A person is more interested than his or her name than any other name in the entire world. Remember that. Remember that name and call it easily. And you have paid a subtle and very effective compliment. But forget it or misspell it, you've placed yourself at a sharp disadvantage. And yes, this quote was from the book How to Win Friends and Influence People. Such a good book and recommend it for everyone out there. Now, you don't need to overdo this and be like, hey Kevin, how's it going? So what'd you do on the weekend, Kevin? What kind of food did you have as well, Kevin? Like, how annoying does that sound? Just say it once throughout the conversation. Let them know that you remember their name and that you appreciate them. Number 3 is be interested in them. People love to talk about themselves. And quite frankly, they don't care that much about you. Ask them questions. Where are they from? What are their hobbies? What are their interests? Any kind of interest that you show on these people, they will appreciate it and they will go on and on talking about it. Demonstrating an interest in other people automatically makes you a better conversationalist, a better contributor, and a better person overall. And when you show interest in others, automatically they're going to respond more positively to you. So don't be that person that is just constantly talking about themselves when you're having a conversation with them. You know that guy I'm talking about. Be like, hey man, yeah, I went surfing this weekend to this new beach. And then he'll automatically butt in and be like, oh yeah, man, I went to that beach last week. I did this and that. And you're like, okay, well, this is about me. And they butt in and start telling you about their whole trip that you didn't even ask for. You guys know that person. It's almost everyone out there. So they either cut you off, start sharing their version of the story, and it gets super annoying after a while. So be the one that is interested in other people, because most people don't do this. They're always talking about themselves. So show an interest in others. Stand out from the crowd. Number 4 is be present in the conversation. This is a big thing that is happening now more than ever before. Everyone's on their phones, distracted by TVs, talking to someone, or, their mind is wandering, or they're trying to multitask and they're not fully engaged. You know what I'm talking about? You've been on a date with a girl, but she's on her phone texting, and then you don't think she's interested in you because she's on the phone the whole time. Yeah, that's just pathetic, If you're on a date with someone, you need to give their full undivided attention, and it shows you're not thinking about anything else except for them. It can also help you to have more fun and build more charisma and give you more confidence in your social skills. I think it's the worst feeling when you're talking to someone that they're not even looking at you. They're not even looking at you. Their mind is wandering. They're thinking about what they're gonna have for dinner, and they're looking this way when they're talking to you, or they're distracted by something else. When you have someone's full attention like this, then you really appreciate the person is listening to what you have to say. So next time you're on a date with a girl, don't whip out your phone. Keep it in your pocket or keep it at home, which is even better because then you won't be tempted to go on it if you get a phone call or a text from your friend. Keep it out of sight. Look at your date. Hands on the table. Literally gotta break this down for you guys and enjoy it. Number 5 is good posture. Another thing that a lot of people suffer from. Look around. You're on the subway. You're on the train. You're on the bus. Look at people's posture. Everyone's hunched over on their phones like this. I don't know if you can see that or not, but yeah, they're hunched over, leading to back issues. Their shoulders are rolling forward. You need to keep everything back. Okay, shoulders back against the pad of your chair, chest is wide open. It also shows that you're a lot more confident when you keep a stance like this. You need to have inviting body language. So don't be crossing your arms when you're in a conversation with someone. Give open body language. Because when you do this, it shows that you're closed off. People don't want to be around that someone who's closed off because it can also mean that you're sad or you're angry and you're in a defense position. So be open. The posture, the tone of your voice, and the eye contact can send strong messages. So be careful with this. They can put people at ease. They can build trust. They can draw people towards you, or they can offend and undermine what you're trying to convey. The way you stand and sit and walk are critical, so pay attention. And once again, don't be slouching, putting your hands in your pockets, as this will make you look disinterested in the conversation. Keep that head up. So many little things that most people don't figure out. And when you start implementing these things, automatically your posture will be 10 times better. And honestly, you'll be thinking about, how was I ever slouching over before? It becomes a part of you and your posture will be perfect at all times. Number 6 is compliment them. Compliments help us appreciate the feeling that we have with one another. Compliments help us communicate the appreciation. People love compliments and you'll make their entire day. They'll be thinking about it all day long. Maybe they had a bad day at work and that compliment that you gave to that random stranger or a friend will make their entire day so much better. And you'll feel better about this too. It'll make your day. Compliments also improve the mood of the person that is saying it to someone. Trust me, try it out for yourselves. Go up to that stranger and give them a compliment. You'll feel so good inside and they'll be smiling because they don't know who you are. You're just a random person that just came out of nowhere and had the balls to go up to them and compliment them. That is truly amazing. And I utilize this all the time. Don't you ever remember that day when you were feeling sad and then someone gave you a compliment and you felt so much better? You just felt like a new person and you were thinking about it the whole entire day. That is the power of compliments. And no, you are not giving up any power by complimenting your friends or say a girl in general. You don't always need to play hard to get and they will appreciate when you do this. They will appreciate that you're taking the time to see what they're wearing or to take notice. So now I'm gonna put you guys to the test. The next stranger you see when you're walking around on the street or you're in the mall or in the grocery store, give someone a subtle, genuine compliment and just see how they react and just see how the way you feel yourself. Majority of people are gonna react in a good way. I mean, how could you not, right? I mean, unless you're a psychopath and, hey man, your shirt looks great. They're like, ah, fuck you, man. That really doesn't happen, so don't have to think about that. Most people react in a good, friendly tone, so don't worry about that. So if you do end up doing this, please write this in the comments that you actually went out and took the time to do this. I would be so amazed and I'll definitely comment back. I hope you guys enjoyed this video and learned something from it. Social skills are one of the main things that you should be working on in life. You need it in so many different situations. You meet so many people from day to day that improving this will help you in all areas of your life. So master it, read up on it. I highly recommend the book, How to Win Friends and Influence People. It will change your life for the better.